Georgia State Panthers football team, 41-33. Anytime you play your rival and you go out there and you defeat those guys, I mean, you know, this game means more to us. I don't, all that coach speak and stuff and saying it doesn't mean all, you know, every game's the same. That's bull crap. This game means a lot. It means a lot, and then we prepare like that and we push for it. And you know, I thought it was a great contest because you know, there was at times I thought we're going to pull away, and they're going to spit the bit out. But I credit that football team and their coaching staff. They fought back and kept fighting back, and we had to go out there and win it. You know, in the last fourth down play, you got to get the first down. There's really no question what we're going to do. We controlled what I thought the line of scrimmage all day, so we're going to get the first down and run out the clock, and that's exactly what we did. It feels very, very good. You know, 2 wins in a row. It's you know, from where we started, here we are now, making a run. I'm very proud of our football team, proud of our coaches. There were times, I'll be honest with you, the times out there we could have coached better and put ourselves in position to be a little bit more successful. But we'll get better, and our football team is going to improve, and that's what this game's about. Questions?
4 interceptions and a caused fumble. What can you say about the defense, the way they played and the way they took the ball away?
I mean, it's incredible. That's what? How many? 26 turnovers? Is that 26 turnovers in 6 games?
No, it's going back to last year too.
Whatever. How many? I don't know.
It's 10.
We got
It's
something.
15 in 6 games.
15 in 6 games. I don't know. You know, 15 in 6 games. That's an awesome job. You know, and it's you know, we're just in the right spots at times to take that ball away from them. You have to put some pressure on that quarterback and make him uncomfortable. We did that a few times. He delivered some throws, but all in all, we were right there making the plays today. And like I said, it wasn't all, we weren't in the right spot a lot of times and gave up some big plays. But when you create those turnovers, that's very nice. It gives us another opportunity to go down and score. And right now, I feel very comfortable in where we are offensively that we can probably go score when we won't. I mean, and I don't mean that the way it sounds really, but we're comfortable. We're very comfortable.
Kind of on that point, offensively, it seemed like the drives that didn't end in something with a self-inflicted move, you're able to move the ball pretty much like you wanted to.
Oh God, I'm gonna put you together a cut up of our self-inflicting wounds this season, and you know, maybe a turnaround of what are we, 2-4? We may be 6-0. It's incredible. I'm gonna just go and say, guys, if you just understand, we shoot ourselves in the foot with and some of them are penalties and holding. Some of them are personal fouls, and I can't really explain it. They're not necessary penalties, but we do that. It's like I said, we've got to become a better team. We've got to coach them better and make them understand. If we stop that, we may. I mean, it's scary to think what we could be doing.
You converted multiple 4th downs with the lead and very good distances. I mean, 4th and 4 was at least, I think both of them possibly. What led to those decisions to go for 4th down even with the lead in those situations?
You know, I have to be comfortable with what we're doing offensively. I really do, and as long as I feel comfortable with it, I don't see that as a huge risk. I really don't, because I think more times than not we have the ability to create it and convert it. But that's just the feel of the game. You know, if they were controlling the line of scrimmage and we were struggling a bit, then yeah, I would have punted that ball away and played defense. But I just felt like, hey, let's get the first down and continue moving on.
You spoke to it a little bit about at the game. This isn't just an ordinary game, and we kind of saw that on the field with the chippiness going into halftime. Can you expound on that a little bit more about just, you know, this wasn't another game and it meant a lot more to your players?
Well, I mean, we're both competitive teams, and it's Georgia State against Georgia Southern. Both fan bases, I mean, whatever you want to say, both fan bases want this game. Our team wants this game. Their team wants this game. Our coaches want it. Their coaches want it. And there's no. I mean, you're either one side or the other, and that's what leads to that. When you're a competitor and you're fighting and you're pushing and you're, you know, for whatever the chippiness, it comes out. It does. There was a few times we got a little bit more chippy, but this is not an ordinary game. This is a game that we want to win. We need to win. It's not a want. It's a need. And there's a difference, and I hate even why I said I want to win. It's a need, and you have to instill that in your football team, and they understand the need for this win, and that's why it feels so good.
How about the rushing attack? Jam, I think, rushed for more than 100. I think Tucker got close to that. Darren, I think, had 70, 80 rushing yards. But just the rushing effort overall, was this the best execution you think of this season on the rushing attack?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, and I think all but the Coastal game, we have controlled the line of scrimmage. Our backs have run very well. Our line is blocked pretty doggone good. I can't, without going back and watching it and really studying, I can't really tell you, but I'm very proud of them. Like I said, those third and fourth down runs and things that we call right there, it's because those 5 guys up front. I trust in our receivers. I trust in our backs to carry that ball. That's what makes it so comfortable for me to say, we're going to go. So we're going to find out if it's the best, but they did a hell of a job today.
It's over 600 yards the last 2 games combined.
You talked about how Southern kind of fought back into the game, and at that point, it kind of tested your team. So what can you say about their ability to, when they got that interception, kind of flip the script in the second half, staying with it and getting back on track?
Yeah, so many times the game of football is about highs and lows in any sport. Teams go on runs in basketball, and there's turnovers in football and so forth. And really, it's the team that stays the calmest and understands and really doesn't press or stress their position, their play, or their team into thinking, hey, this is a struggle, or not really a struggle, but we're on the ropes. It's just go play, go do your job, and if you do it the way it's been taught, and I always taught these guys about educating ourselves and how to play the game and where to be in position, and you play the next down. You don't worry about the last, and you saw it. We played the next down and created turnovers and was able to win the game.
When you lose somebody the caliber of Blake Carroll the way he did, having somebody like Jordan Jones step up the way he has in the last few weeks is just, you guys probably expected that because of that, but speak a little bit about what he's meant to this team in the last few weeks.
That's a big position to fill. When Blake went out, it was you got Abraham, you got Jordan Jones going in there, and you got 2 guys that never really stepped on the field or had the opportunity to go make plays, and they're learning. But what you got to get from guys like that as they educate themselves on the game of football is play with great effort. You can play, I think you can play defensive football with great effort. You can overcome some of the mishaps assignment-wise. And as long as they're playing with great effort, which they are, then we're able to overcome some of the things they haven't seen and been able to get in position for. I'm very pleased with them. I think, the sky's the limit for those guys. Each and every week they're going to become better football players.
With all the ups and downs throughout the year, you find yourself 1-1 in conference now, still in the midst of that Eastern Division. How does that feel, just to put yourself now in that position to be, competitive with all the other teams? Because it looks like a very balanced side of the conference so far.
1-1 is better than 0-2. You're sitting here 0-2, and you really don't have a lot of hope. We got a lot of hope. We got a good football team. We're talking about winning the day, and we won today. We're going to bring them back in on Tuesday. They're going to have some time off, and I told them we got it on Tuesday. Tuesday has got to be our win. We got to win on Tuesday. We can't beat ourselves coming in here after a couple of days off, and that's what we're focusing on. I'm not really concerned about all that and who we play and when we play. It's just the next day that comes up, we've got to be the most determined, focused, intelligent, effort football team that we can be.
You talked about the overall calmness that you felt. Could you feel that as the game, even though things got kind of tight there, and the fact that you're able to withstand what you did last week, is that something you could lean on? Yeah,
it was. I won't say calmness. In the first half, we had to come in here at halftime. I had to call the whole team in there and talk to them at halftime and be like, listen, I don't know what we're doing out there, but we're hurting ourselves the way we're playing. We leave all that talk and all that, a lot of pushing after the play and stuff like that. Leave it away and let's settle down and handle this team and handle this game. And they did. It took a little longer than I thought, but ultimately we got the win.
What can you say about the way Darren played today? Because it came out from the first series and it was go.
If he does not throw the football away and quit trying to make too many doggone plays, he gets on that, what was the first drive or the second drive? He's scrambling around there and running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And I'm like, throw the ball. We're not winning the game on second down right there, But Darren always, he's always a competitor, and he always wants to do well, and always wants to push our team to the best it can be. And I'm proud of him. I get so mad at him because he wants to make so many plays. Every time he has the ball, and sometimes the best play is throwing the ball away, and it just didn't happen on that play. But I'm very pleased with Darren. He's a calming effect for our football team when he's out there. He's just it's just one of those guys you love to coach.
What does that explosiveness in the pass game do for just the offense in general, adding another layer to it?
It opens up the run game. It's amazing. If you want to doggone press the box and add another safety and leave your corners out there one-on-one, we've got some talented receivers. You think about it, Thrash out there, and God, Talik comes in there today and has to step up, plays a great game. You got Cradle, he's on the outside, a scary individual. You got our tight ends that can make plays. Even our backs, when you put those guys out there and make some plays, it's a fun offense to see work.
We talk about all three phases of the game. Special teams had some inconsistencies early on in this season, and you said that was something you were going to really focus on and try to work on. Just talk a little bit about not only Jack stepping in today for Seth with the unfortunate thing there, but Michael Hayes and his punting. It seems like the special teams really stepped up today.
Yeah, they have the last couple of weeks. I told them we turned a corner. I think the last 5 minutes of the Army game right there. We make a great stand defensively, and then we're getting the ball right there on the half-inch line, and we don't get the first down, but we have to punt the football. And if you remember our first game, punting the football from back up was a pretty scary situation. But we protected. We delivered a punt there. We actually covered it great. Struck, caused the fumble. We should have recovered it. And so I said, man, it's amazing to see the growth in those phases. And then you go out there today and we're successful. There was one mishap with a coaching mistake on a fourth down play. It was a coaching mistake. One of those players right there. Bernstein snapping the football. He likes dancing on the sideline, having a good time. He looks like a train wreck, but he goes out there and delivers it. Hayes punting, Hayes' field goal kicking. It was a really nice job, I thought, overall for us on our special teams.
You got a blocked extra point. How did that
Make a difference. You talk about make a play on your special teams. That goes from a doggone, could be a 3-point lead right there. It keeps it a 4-point lead. You talk about a momentum change. You go score, and they're thinking, man, we just cut it to 3, and they take them for granted that extra point. Bam, that thing's blocked, and now it's a 4-point. That momentum, that excitement just goes, oh, God, we got to go score a touchdown now. That's a big swing. Trust me, I know. We missed an extra point a couple weeks ago. That's a big, big point. Any scoring opportunity is a huge, huge deal.
And then the last thing I was in, not nearly as big as last week's stand, but you got that stand inside the 10 to force them to go for a field goal instead of getting a touchdown, and so it stayed that 8-point game late. Just talking about that sequence.
Yeah, like I said, it's stepping up and doing the job that you're supposed to do. That's what they did. We expect that. The calmness of them took care of it, making plays. Very proud of those guys.
Anything else for Coach?